Another episode before we wrap the show. This season started slow with so much room to grow. We started off with penis jokes and cheesy lines. We ended off with penis jokes and cheesy lines. It's something unpredictable, we'll meet that in time. I hope you check us out on Spotify.
This is the BRONX Project Podcast. I am your host, Mirez.
I'm your host, Earl Grey.
And we got some bad news for you guys.
So much bad news.
Yeah, we're...
Tell him.
This is episode... What is this? Episode 20? 25?
25.
Damn, we out here.
25. Half of 50.
And this is our season finale.
Season finale of season 1. That's right. We're leaving you guys.
No, we gave you guys a full season, honestly.
We gone.
We'll be back.
I don't know about that.
When will we be back?
I don't know.
Whenever my heart can feel.
Whenever I feel like this is the right thing to do.
I lost the passion.
I lost the passion of Christ. No, we'll be back in June.
We'll be back. We'll be back before June, but we'll be back in June.
Oh, we'll be working.
Yeah.
In between the little break that we're having. Our little break is not much of a break. It's just a break for the podcast, I guess.
Yeah, it's we're revamping.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming in, and we're gonna impregnate this shit, and we won't be back until fertile seed has taken hold.
Until the baby hatches.
Yeah.
Inside the womb.
It really, what's that, like 4 months? Like,
9 months
what baby
is when
born in 4 months?
The 4 months,
I feel guess. Like a dog gives birth in 4 months.
I think a month is a bunny.
I don't know. How long are dogs pregnant for?
I don't fucking know, dude. I don't Google this shit.
I would say someone email us, but don't email us. We're taking a break.
Yeah. Someone tell us, because we have no clue at all.
Anyway,
yeah.
we'll be back in 4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the end of the show. This is the BRONX Project Podcast.
Bye, guys. Bye. We'll end it here. No, but the reason why we decided to end it on 25 is because it's fucking 25 episodes.
25. I'm 25. Josh is 25.
So it sounds right. Yeah, it sounds right to end it on 25.
We'll be back with a 26th episode. We'll both still be 25.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's in June. I won't turn 26 to July. You won't turn 26 to August.
Yeah, it's just a few months, and it's not like we're gonna call it a break and then not talk to each other for the next 4 months.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for queers.
I've been here for years. You can't say that.
Queers is not a bad word.
Yeah, it's not a bad word.
It's literally an LGBTQ.
It is.
It's
Q.
Q is questioning.
Is questioning?
Yeah,
I would think that
queer is a bad word. Holy shit.
No, it's not. It's not a bad word. No, it's not. Nah, queer eye for the straight guy.
Yeah, come on, guys.
Come on.
Making me a bigot.
No, I'm not trying to make you a bigot. It's just this song.
No. So this week's BRONX Project Beer of the Week is... That's a drum roll.
My lips are dry, actually. I can't beatbox like I used to.
The Dogfish Head Namaste White.
Nah, I'ma stay white.
You sure? You don't want to be Latino, bro?
Nah, I'ma stay white.
This is the alt-right of beers.
This is the Trump supporter of beers right here.
Made by Steve Bannon.
Steve Bannon and the alt-right. Actually, we can't say that because then Dogfish is probably going to be like, hey,
take that, cease and desist.
Yeah, cease and desist. We plead the fifth.
You can take that up with us in court in June.
Yeah, in June. Like, fuck, that's when we gotta put the new episode.
The season's on break. We can't sue them right now.
Yeah. No, but the beer of the week is the last beer of the week. The last beer of the season is Dogfish Head, which is a brand of beer. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows them. Is Namaste White, like Namaste, like peace, prosperity, like I'm chilling.
That yoga shit.
Yeah, that yoga shit. Namaste. And then white because it's a Belgium style white beer.
And because, the alt-right. And their desire for an all-white race.
Nah, I'm gonna stay white. The whole reason why we picked up this beer was because of the whole joke of, nah, I'm gonna stay white. I think we went into Pruzo's, which is a famous grocery store up in Pelham Bay area.
If you're from the Bronx, or if you went to Lehman High School, you know Pruzo's.
Yeah, Pruzo's. Anyways, in the back they have this new beer section, and we were looking for beers. And then Steven is like, oh shit, look at this Belgium style white beer from Dogfish Head, and he reads it, and I'm like looking at other beers still. He says, "Namaste white, Namaste white." He repeats it until what familiar comes out, and I'm like, and then we just have to buy the beer after that.
Once the joke is made, the beer's bought.
I feel like the marketing behind this beer is that they wrote it.
They were like, someone's gonna make a podcast.
Yeah,
I think it's funny.
And this social climate. Here we are.
I see you guys using social tensions to sell beer. Pass me a cerveza.
Yeah.
Si puedes. Ooh, you gonna open it for me?
Yeah, I got it right here. Might as well just. It made no sound.
So for one last time, if you're listening to this episode, this is the first episode you're listening to, let me introduce you to the berating system. The beer rating system, where we berate beers. At the bottom of the beer rating system is the broken bottled beer. And what's a broken bottled beer, Josh?
Broken bottled beer, and my name's not Josh.
Earl Grizzy.
This is why we're taking a break.
I gotta get this shit down. Bro, you know what the fucked up thing is that I call you Josh in your personal life.
Yeah, I feel like Steven
in order for me to get this right, I have to start calling you Earl Grey.
Do not call me Earl Grey.
I will never again call you Josh.
That's the thing.
I will never again.
That's so weird.
I'm sorry. You think that we're like business partners?
Yeah, we're like, the thing is, we started off so good as friends, being brothers and brothers. Now we have to treat each other like business partners.
I see you as a cash cow.
I have to name, like, the thing is, if you call us Josh and Steven, you gotta deserve that. You gotta be real close. If you call me Josh,
first of all, you're wrong.
That's not his name. And if you call me Steven, like, come on, bro.
You kind of look like a Steven.
No, it don't.
I feel like you could pull off Steven.
Actually, there was in Lehman High School, there was a hybrid of us. Remember?
Steven Valentine.
Steven Valentine. There was a Steven Valentine in Steven's high school, and he was a half Puerto Rican hybrid.
Yeah.
And
the joke being that Josh's last name is Valentine, and my first name is Steven.
Yeah, and so his name was Steven Valentine. I'm like, that's a double.
I wonder how he's doing. I hope he's doing well.
Yeah, I think he was selling drugs or something. But
shout out to you, hybrid.
But yeah, a broken bottle beer. Since we're on the topic of stuff, broken bottle things. Yeah, broken bottle beer is our lowest grade beer that we grade a beer. Because no one likes a broken bottle beer. It's broken. There's fragments of glass everywhere, and if it was a broken bottle, anything, you wouldn't want to eat it or drink it. It's just the shards are gonna be there. It's unpopular.
And if I ask you for a beer and you bring me a broken bottled beer, I'm gonna look at you with the same look of disappointment that your mother has given you your whole life.
She has.
She has.
Yeah. Thanks, Mom.
Josh looked to the corner like to remember like.
I remember the war.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, a mid-grade beer. You want to take it from there?
So a mid-grade beer is a canned beer, and the canned beer is the most featured beer on the BRONX Project podcast because we here at the BRONX Project want to give you nothing but the best. So we hardly ever rate anything beyond a mid-grade beer. Mm-hmm. But when we do, what's that mid-grade beer, Josh?
That mid-grade beer.
The high grade, sorry.
The high grade, the highest of grades that we have established, even though we're going to talk about it during the break. Yeah, it's a bottled beer because bottled beers are just convenient. They're nice. they snap nice. They go,
Yeah.
and they have that nice bubble. They
They do
last
the-
longer. Yeah, they last longer. They drink. They drink nice.
They drink themselves.
Yeah, they drink themselves. It's we always, ever since we started drinking beer when we were 21. Yeah, we were 21 when we started drinking. Don't make fun of us.
I like to tell people that. Like, people are like, yo, Steven, when did you start smoking? Like 23.
Yeah. That's right.
Yo, Steven, when did you start drinking? Like 21.
Yeah.
I was a late bloomer.
It's not even being a late bloomer. It's just I didn't feel responsible to drinking the.
Nah, because like I went to Lehman High School, and you didn't go to Lehman. You went to a school within Roosevelt, so you know.
Yeah.
You also went to like not a bad school because your school wasn't bad, but you were in a bad campus.
I was in Roosevelt.
I was in the bad school.
Yeah, you were in shit.
I was in Lehman, and motherfuckers were like 14, 15 years old, pulling up to school with a blunt in their hand and a cigarette in their other hand to boost their high. So like I knew the concept already, you know what I'm saying?
You studied it.
But no, my mom instilled a healthy dose of fear in my heart.
Yeah.
And I thought
healthy dose of fear.
and I did not fuck with that. I did not fuck with that until I did, and then I fucked with it heavy.
Yeah. So yeah, 21 was my first beer was on 21. My first drunk was 21. Yeah.
You remember the first time you got drunk?
Yeah.
I remember the first time I got high, and I wanted to die. Like,
wasn't it? What was it, ecstasy or something?
No,
ecstasy.
No, weed. I'm talking about weed. The first time I got high, like weed. I smoke it, right? And we're in a group. I think it's like 6 of us, 4 guys, 2 girls. This is like a very unbalanced ratio.
Mm-hmm.
And we're smoking, and everyone in the circle is an experienced smoker, and then there's me. But everyone's smoking, and I'm not gonna be the fucking dweeb. I'm not gonna be the guy that's like, oh, I've had my fair share.
Be a fucking dweeb.
Yeah, so I'm smoking. We smoke 2 blunts,
Damn.
and like I'm telling you, like
pressure.
6 people, 2 blunts is not a lot for people who smoke. You're like, wow, Steven, you ain't shit. But to me, that shit killed me. So much so, we started watching TV, and a little bit later, I'm like, yo, I gotta go lay down.
Oh no!
And I'm so serious, and he's like, all right, I'm gonna take you to my guest room. Just lay down for a bit. I swear to you, Josh, I was praying to God. I was like, please kill me. Please let this be done. I've had enough.
Damn.
I was so paranoid, bro. Like, my heart was beating so fast, and I had never experienced that. So, yeah.
That's a trip. I'm going to tell you my first time I got drunk. Never got high in my life. Actually, no, I've been high in my life, but not off of marijuana.
The fucking Ambien, yeah.
Yeah, that was by mistake. But my first time I got drunk, it was with you and our friend at the time, Lucas. Remember, we were in Adam's place back in when he used to live in like the Edison Avenue area. Yeah. And then he invited us to a party, and we came over. We were pretty awkward. And
as we were.
Yeah, as we were. And you and I we don't drink at all. We didn't drink at all. And then we were like, hey, you know, there's Jello shots, there's vodka shots, there's wine in the bottle over there if you want some. And at the time, Adam was like, bro, I'm totally fucking high out of my mind right now, but you're welcome to like drink anything you want. He's like, he was really cool about it. I'm like, alright, cool.
I guess I'll drink whatever I want.
Yeah, so we got a little bored because everybody was just having the time of their lives, and we were just like just chilling, listening to like music. So then you, me, Lucas, we all went to the kitchen area. We had our shots during the party. People started leaving, and then we saw this bottle of this Australian wine. There's a red wine. Yeah. And then we opened it up, and we never drank wine in our lives. Not like casually. So then we started pouring cups of wine and stuff. And then each of us had like 4 cups of wine, and we were fucking drunk out of our minds.
Did we have beer? Because I feel like I remember us having beer, but we didn't.
No,
right?
we didn't have beer.
No. We hated beer at first.
Yes. We didn't drink beer because we were too into the coolers. We were into like Mike's Hards. And yeah.
Do you remember? I think it was your birthday.
Yeah, my 21st.
Yeah, that we were doing a barbecue in your backyard.
Uh-huh.
I think I was with my ex-girlfriend at the time.
Was she an ex or was she a friend?
She was a friend or
she
an
was
ex?
a friend. She like you met
Who
her in
was
that
it?
college campus in New Rochelle.
Okay, like I had no idea who the fuck I
Yeah,
had brought
I remember.
over. And I remember it was Hillary.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we go and we have a cooler of fucking Mike's Hard.
It was so fucking cool. Hey guys,
We had the lemon, we had the assortment of flavors and everything. We're so cool. So we're gangsters.
And at that time you invited her. Daphne was there, of course.
And Daphne was with her friend.
No, Daphne was there with her friend? No. She was with her sister. Her friend couldn't come.
No, there was another girl there. I feel like I remember another girl being there.
No, that was another barbecue.
Okay, but you know who
her sister was there.
Yeah, okay.
I think so.
Hi, Diana.
Yeah.
Hi, Daphne.
Daphne listens. And then, anyways, and then Christian was there. He was playing his guitar, your guitar.
I think his guitar. When has it ever been his guitar?
Never. Anyways, so yeah, and we're here like, hey, bro, you want some Mike's Hard Lemonade?
And we all did. We
were all fucking drinking like 2-3 of them at a time, and we had a nice buzz going on.
I remember Christian, like, because Christian, unlike us, did smoke weed and drink. Like, I remember because he used to hang out at Matt's house all the time. And all they did at Matt's house was smoke weed and drink. So Christian was like 15, 16, getting like blitz.
Oh, hell yeah.
You know?
2 years younger than us.
Yeah. But here we are, 20, 21.
Yeah,
and we're
21.
Like, we'll drink some Mike's Hards, I guess. I drink it for the flavor.
Yeah, like
I don't drink it to get drunk.
I wouldn't want beer because the beer it tastes like gross stuff or whatever. And then we went on. I think it was some party with Adams, and then we got drunk off of wine, like girls.
That was New Year's Eve.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It was New Year's Eve. That's right. And I couldn't walk straight. And I walked my ass all the way home.
Do you remember, speaking of Adam's house, there was another time where we went to Adam's house? Because we got drunk at Adam's house a lot.
We chilled at Adam's house a lot. Yeah, that's right.
It's a day at Adam's house.
Yes.
When this guy was hitting on us.
Oh, his gay friend, I forgot his name, Joseph or whatever.
I think it was Joseph.
Yeah, his gay friend, Joseph, was taking advantage of our drunkenness.
OD. Like, it was kind of creepy.
It was kind of weird. Like, I understand, bro, but chill.
Like, he was
like,
hitting
isn't that
us,
rape?
Yeah, it was rape culture-y. He was hitting us with the I've slept with guys who thought they were straight until I slept with them, and then they turned gay.
Yeah, you see, I was too drunk to comprehend any of those words.
I remember that. Not because I wasn't drunk.
Yeah,
like,
you
I was
just
tipsy,
chilling,
but I was
We were playing beer pong.
Yeah, we were playing a lot of beer pong. But that was funny.
That was funny.
That was a scenario.
And I was so drunk to the point because I mixed drinks and
like, he was kind of hitting on me, but he was hitting on Josh.
Yeah, as all gay men do. It's a gift and a curse. And I remember at one time he literally reached and grabbed from my crotch.
I remember that. Holy shit!
As drunk as I was, I do remember that.
Damn, bro.
And I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom. And I puked my brains out.
You did.
Yeah.
And then I drove you home.
I was like, Steven, I'm too drunk to drive.
Drive me.
It was the most responsible thing I ever did in my life.
I respect it, man.
And I was like, bro, I'm too drunk to drive. Here's my keys. I trust you. By the way, Steven doesn't have a license.
I don't.
But he knows how to drive, which is...
My explanation for that is simply that I'm Dominican.
Yes,
so if you have any Dominicans in your life, you know that we drive, and we're pretty decent drivers because for the majority we're cab drivers.
Yeah, majority of Dominicans are cab drivers, especially the ones that come from DR.
Yeah, that's like the first thing you do when you come to DR
is
when you come from DR. You get your license, you get on Uber.
Yeah, you get on Uber, get a Toyota.
Or maybe you start driving for Excelente.
Okay, excellent. That's right, a DAT. They should sponsor.
They
They
should.
should
The
sponsor
Bronx
us.
Project.
Yeah.
They'll give you 10% off your next Excelente ride.
Yeah. With fucking,
They have an app, right?
with promo code QUELOQUE.
Promo code ese podcast.
It's a podcast. I'm kicking this shit around.
Oh shit! You know, what I did realize is now that you guys know that we're lame, you also know that we skip through subjects a lot. We didn't even finish rating the beer.
We actually didn't rate the beer at all, but we don't give a shit.
Nah, I'm stay white.
Yeah. Namaste white.
I don't know. I'd give this a bottled beer.
It's good.
It's good. It's not.
I'm biased with this type of beer because it's a Belgium style white beer.
Yeah.
And I like that shit. And yeah,
And
it's good. It's good. Don't worry.
It's for those of you who don't like dark beers, the Guinnesses of the world. I recommend Belgian style white beers, wheat beers. I recommend that a lot as well.
We're saying it wrong, right? What wheat beers?
No.
It's pronounced. I mean, it's spelled wheat beer.
Wheat beer, which
But
I'm
that's
assuming is a
wrong.
white beer because it's a white ale.
Yeah, it's white.
This is a Belgian style white ale.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Those are really good. Wheat beers are really good.
They're so good. They're so good, man. If you like Blue Moons, if you like Allagash, if you like Whole Gardens, beers and that, if you like Shock Top, those are all Belgium styled wheat beers, and they have the best flavor, I'd say, out of all beers. They won't make you gag.
And you know,
Like
for
if
those
you
of
ever,
you,
yeah, if you ever drank like your beer for the first time, I'm itchy right here. That's what I'm doing. This. Yeah. If you ever drank a beer for your first time, try drinking like something that's Belgium style wheat beer. You probably would most likely explore a lot more beers.
I'm gonna read you guys the description of this beer. Our Belgian style white ale brewed with dried organic orange peel, fresh cut lemongrass, a bit of coriander, peppercorns, and a healthy dose of good karma.
Excuse me.
I'm telling you, this is
a lot of gas too. Lemongrass, that's fucking crazy.
Mhm.
I've only
You get
used
something of a
lemongrass
citrusy-
once in my life.
I mean, you get it from the orange peel, I guess, but I can kind of taste like a lemongrass.
Yeah, lemongrass has lemon zest to it.
Yeah.
It's really good. A lot of people like to juice it, but I've never tasted it in a beer, and this is actually really. This is why it tastes different than like most wheat beers because of that lemongrass. That's
It has coriander, but I don't think I've ever had a beer with peppercorn in it.
This is peppercorn.
Mm-hmm. And most of the beer that I've drank have actually come with bad karma.
Yeah. Usually I'm fucked up. But this one, I feel okay.
I wake up in the morning and I'm like, shit.
I mean, I think there was one time. Now we're in the subject of talking about drunk experience. There was a one time that I drank so many beers that I woke up like shit, and it was the day that we drank a bunch of Bud Light Platinums, which is a fucking disgusting beer.
Do you know that I remember us doing? I just cannot remember where we were.
We were in front of my place, literally in front of my house.
You sure it was that day?
Yeah.
The day that we went, we got drunk and we started playing basketball?
Yes. Yes.
I feel like we were drinking an assortment of Blue Moons that day.
No. It was 2 beers. It was the Bud Light Platinum, and it wasn't a Blue Moon. I think it was
Sam Adams.
Sam Adams,
assortment of Sam Adams,
it was
yeah.
the Cherry Wheats.
Mhm.
That's right. Cherry Wheat is also a good beer to have. But yeah, it was a bunch of Blue Moons, and I think we drank 8 beers per
piece,
person. Yeah, per person. Everyone had like 8 beers. The things we had way more beers to drink.
Yeah.
We just didn't finish them, and we drank it in front of the house. It was summer. It was a summer night.
Yeah,
we
it was
didn't give a
kind of.
shit.
It was a semi-windy, but it was summer. Yeah.
Yeah, it was nice. And then we got so drunk that we decided, hey, you know, it'd be a good idea.
Let's play some basketball.
Let's play some b-ball. And then we violated the basketball court across the street.
Am I good at basketball? You ask? No.
Neither am I. Did drinking enhance it? Not at all.
No.
My 1.2 drinking and playing basketball was thinking that the beer would make me better.
I was shooting a solid 32% from the field.
Dude, I was I was shooting a solid 1% from the field. I thought that maybe my dribbles and maybe my my layups would be better. Nah, they were horrendous.
I was really big back then too, so I tried to dunk. I could not dunk. And you think like, oh, Steven's 6'2", he's tall, right? He can dunk. I don't know. Maybe I can now because I've lost 70 pounds.
Nah, remember?
Could I dunk then though? Nah, absolutely not.
Did you
I got like 2 inches off the ground and shit.
Bro, did you ask me I remember you told me a couple of days ago. You were like, "Bro, I lost a lot of weight, but I don't understand why my hops ain't better."
I have been working on my hops. I really have.
I'm like, bro, you gotta actually play basketball.
Nah, but
to work on your hops. You can't just like fucking jump in your room and like, all right, I'm good.
I'm trying to have a 40-inch vert.
No, bro,
I'm not coming back. I'm not recording an episode of this podcast again. So
the most you're off the ground is probably a foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know now. I'll check after this. After we're done with this, I'll jump.
Mm-hmm.
And you measure my jump.
If we remember, yeah. I'll record it. I'll make it in super slow-mo.
And then if I win, if I can jump more than 30 inches in the air, you'll give me an award.
I'll give you a drive home. How about that?
No, but speaking of awards, we didn't get to speak of it last time.
That's right. The
Oscars were 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right. That was a big thing.
It was kind of a big thing, yeah. The major takeaway was that Get Out won.
Yeah, Jordan Peele won the first African American to win the best original screenplay.
Yeah. And how do you feel about that?
That's exciting.
How did you feel about Get Out?
Get Out was a great movie.
Yeah.
I watched it 3 times.
Get Out got me in my feelings.
Yeah, whatever.
I feel like Skip Bayless in this shit.
I mean, Get Out, I love Get Out because it reminded me of a whole bunch of like sequences of life that I've encountered where people were like, bro, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
And that was one of those bad ideas. If you are dark skinned or African American and you have a white girlfriend, do not visit her parents. And you probably have.
I went to go see it with a girl I was seeing at the time, right? Mm-hmm. And she's Puerto Rican, but she's dark skinned Puerto Rican, which is like a rarity, right?
Yeah, it actually is. You would think that no, but it is a rarity.
Like most Puerto Ricans, I think are like fairly like white.
All the ones that I know, which is me and a lot of family, we're all pale.
Yeah, I think Corey growing up was the darkest Puerto Rican I knew.
Darkest in the whole family. Dude.
Shout out to Corey. Shout out to Iceman.
Mm-hmm.
We kept talking about bringing you on the show and you never came. So, maybe season 2.
Maybe season 2.
Maybe you'll make time for us.
He's going to hear this and then take off his headphones and like, oh no. That's right.
Whenever you feel like we're important enough.
I think what happened is that we did invite him and then he was willing to go on and a week passed by. Like, I think...
The week he was supposed to come on was the week that I got concussed.
Yeah, exactly.
So he didn't come on.
And then the week after that, we were like, "Oh, we'll bring you on the next week."
I don't think.
And then he was like, "Bro, you guys doing the podcast today?" I'm like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Not today. It's a bad day." I'm like, "All right, that's cool. We'll bring you on another time."
So we're just your 2 closest friends growing up,
right?
Nothing important.
You got bigger things.
One of which is like genuine family to you.
Like literally related to you, first cousin related.
I've loaned you many games and porno mags.
Yo, I loaned him every game I loaned him. I never saw again.
How many times did I go on Spankwire and I saved images?
How many?
And I PSP transferred them.
Bro,
to you.
How many times did you have to take the blame for porn? Because
Corey. Corey, come on. How many times? Let's have a count. Come on the show and let's have a count.
I think that's the whole reason why he probably doesn't want to come in the count.
He's like, I don't want to count.
I don't want to discuss this awkward situation in which we had as teenagers.
I feel like if he came on the show, like his whole family would hear and then judge him.
Yep.
Fuck it, man. Season 2, episode 1. I'll see you here.
Yeah, season 2, episode something. We're gonna go all out. We're gonna bring a donkey in the show.
It'll be fun. But back to the Oscars. Get Out won. And like I was saying, I went to go see it, and immediately after the show, I felt a pretty healthy dose of fear for white people.
Yeah.
And maybe not fear, because I'm not soft.
Yeah, no way.
But no way.
No way.
But a little bit of distance. I kept my distance. I was on the train. We got to 145th on the D line, and after 145th, you're in the Bronx.
Yeah.
So you got to 145th, and I'm like staring at all the white people. I'm like, get out.
Yeah. It's like you guys. It's like when you take the 6th train, and then like 125th happens, and like
yeah, and you're like, they're still there.
They're still like, there. It's like, why are you guys here?
And that's the thing. Like, okay, Josh, you don't drive anymore. I mean, you don't take the train anymore because you drive.
I remember my days. Though,
I feel like back in the day, you remember, for the most part, you got to 125th, you got to, the last Manhattan stop, and you would notice that every white person would get off the train.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to plan my train rides strategically. I would stand right in front of a white person or a group of white people. And I'm like, listen, I know that at the very latest, they're getting off 125th because white people are not coming in the Bronx.
Yeah, exactly. And 125th is that borderline, like, Harlem
It's
stop.
It's Harlem.
Yeah.
If they're even at 125th, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, you definitely supposed to stop beforehand. Yeah.
There's a healthy dose of Black and Latinos here, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm aware. I'm just gonna walk very fast.
I'll just walk very fast with my headphones tucked in my pocket.
And there's a lot of cops in 125th, so I guess they feel a degree of safety.
Yeah.
But you don't know. I mean, I'm sure you imagine it now because gentrification is a thing. But that shit don't work no more, man. I'll be standing in front of a group of white people, and my stop will come and they'll still be on the train. They're more Bronx than I am. And I'm like, yo, you're going to live deeper than I am?
Hell yeah. I'm going all the way to Hunts Point.
God damn. I mean, I'm on the D line, so they're going to like Lehman. They're probably going to like Lehman College and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Which is still a little too crazy.
My point is, I saw Get Out and it instilled a healthy dose of fear in me for the white man. For the white man. And I love that movie. I really did. I saw it 2 times. I would see it a 3rd time, but I don't really like rewatching movies that many times.
It's because it was on HBO.
No,
so I was like, fuck it.
No, I went to the theater twice to go see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they have it on HBO, and I could watch it. I'm sure eventually I'll watch it again, because it really is a good movie. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm really happy they won, I guess. How do you feel about the Oscars?
Oscars was pretty okay, actually. A lot of predictions, like Guillermo del Toro winning most of the Oscars for that one film that he made about the fish man.
Fishes that fuck people?
Yeah.
I have never seen it, but I heard...
Me neither, but I heard it was like good shit.
That fishes fuck people. And
yeah, it was one fish that fucked a white guy,
artsy,
a white girl, and that's it. And they won. I heard the fish man won an Oscar too.
No, I wish we would stop giving the Oscars shine, because like I remember distinctly that last year the conversation was Oscars so white. Oscars they're not inclusive. They don't care about us as people. Why do we waste our time building them up? And then like the moment they're like, hey guys, you guys can come in. Mm-hmm. We're like, oh my god, look, we won.
Yeah.
And I kind of think that's corny, but I get it.
That's the feeling that I get with the Grammys.
Yeah,
the Grammys, I feel like it's crazy overrated. Like you don't need a Grammy to solidify yourself as a serious musician.
Yeah, serious
musicians don't get Grammys anymore.
I feel like Get Out won the Oscar, but what the fuck? Does that prove that it was a good movie? Like, was it not a good movie before it won the Oscar?
Exactly. There's a bunch of good movies.
Because we're all talking about it.
Yeah.
Next year, Black Panther is not going to win an Oscar, but does that mean that it didn't make $1 billion in a month?
Yeah, that's the difference. I don't think they count how much money it makes. It just count like how popular and...
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about the impact.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers are out here thinking that they live in Wakanda now.
Like, I saw someone looking for flights to Wakanda. Bro. I'm like, bro, that don't exist.
It don't exist. But like, it got people hype. People ain't been this hype since Harry Potter.
That's
Motherfuckers were really trying to go to Hogwarts.
Yeah. There's no such thing. Stop it.
Wakanda is the new Hogwarts.
It is.
You know?
And platform. Can't find that platform. Stop it.
Platform 9 3/4.
Yeah, you're not gonna find it.
Oh man. Nah, but like I don't know. I just feel like there's like yeah, it won. Congrats. I would feel that way like if Childish Gambino recently won a Grammy.
Yeah.
And as you know, I'm a pretty hipster fan about certain artists that like I vouched for before they became big.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I was in on Drake back in the mixtape days when I was in high school.
Yeah, I remember.
Same thing with Childish Gambino. And so yeah, when Childish Gambino as he grew as an artist, I felt a sense of pride. Mostly cockiness, like, yeah, I call that shit. See how good my taste in music is.
That's right. They were like, watch this guy. He's gonna win an Oscar. He's gonna win a Grammy one day. I mean, he did win. He won an Emmy award too. So
yeah,
shout out to that.
Yeah, he won 2. I mean, yeah, he created the show, and the show won an Emmy. But then he also won the Emmy for outstanding actor in a comedy series. So he has 2 Emmys and an Oscar.
Exactly.
2 Emmys, sorry, and a Grammy.
Yeah,
no Oscar.
Yeah, no Oscar.
2 Emmys and I mean, not yet. Yeah,
yeah. 2 Emmys and a Grammy.
And Drake won a couple Grammys.
Yeah.
So like I guess hypocritically, I was kind of hype about those, but at the same time, I wish they weren't. Like I wish Drake didn't show up to the Grammys this year, which I thought I was proud of that.
I don't think he cares about the Grammys.
Yes,
anymore.
I'm proud of that. I wish more artists felt that way.
A lot of artists didn't actually show up to Grammys
because Oscars So White was last year that we all came to the epiphany like, yo, this is like the elite of the film industry, of the music industry, telling us what they think is good, but their whole fucking system is outdated.
Yeah, that's the thing is that it's supposed to be the biggest award when it comes to music and arts. When we're talking about the Grammy, and especially with the Oscars, they're literally scientific. They're Academy Awards, scientific honors to people who approach the outstanding performances of arts.
Yeah.
And Academy Awards. That's what they're supposed to. It's like given to people who were the most outlandish, who were the most creative and the most impactful. But lately, these awards have been just given to like whatever.
Yeah, it's more about like
who's hot, who's not.
Yeah,
yeah,
pretty much. Exactly. Tell me who rocks, who sell out in the stores.
Exactly.
And that's really who ends up winning.
Exactly.
And I don't know. Anything else you want to add to the Get Out?
I'm just glad that, at least he, that was his first movie that he, technically wrote and directed.
Don't get me wrong. I'm glad he made history.
Yeah, and definitely made history.
And I heard that something very inspirational to I would consider myself, I've said this before, a perfectionist. Mm-hmm. He said that he wrote and stopped writing the scripts for that movie 20 times.
Yeah.
And after he finished writing it, he was like, I guess I just finished writing it to finish writing it, Mm-hmm. It became this.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like a testament to not giving up on an idea.
Yeah, exactly. Not giving up, just giving it a break.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. He gave it a break. He was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a break before I butcher it.
Yeah.
And he could have easily butchered it and just finished the script and then put it out there in Hollywood. But he took his time. And that's what most artists should do. Just take their time. But there was also an Oscar given to a person that who
should have taken his time.
Yeah, that should have taken his time and thought about accepting that Oscar. And that man is Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. So I don't know how to feel about this because there's 2 sides, and I think both sides have merit to them. Mm-hmm. So the Oscars this year, I didn't watch them. Just when we said we were gonna boycott the NFL this year, I listened, and the rest of you boycotted 2 games and then started watching football again.
I mean, we watched the Super Bowl.
We did.
We watched it and literally recorded on top of it.
Yeah, I disrespected it that way.
Even though we were happy that the Eagles won.
I just didn't want the Patriots to win.
Yeah, same.
Because he's all right.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tie it back around.
Tom Brady.
Most shady.
I don't have a rhyme. Sorry.
The most shady Tom Brady. So Kobe won, and the thing about the Oscars, from what I'm told, is that it was very woman centric. Centric, yeah.
Celebrating women.
As rightfully so. I think women had a
big year.
Strong year
For 2017.
Yeah. I think they're having a strong 2018 as well.
Yeah.
You know, so rightfully so. But then the criticism is, okay, you have this a day centered towards celebrating women, and then you celebrate Kobe Bryant, who was, as many of you know, maybe you don't know, he was accused of rape, and he was also tried for rape. Mm-hmm. But he was found not guilty.
Yeah, he was found not guilty, even though there was like a substantial amount of evidence that
there?
I believe so. I remember even his wife left him for a while, but then she did come back.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard when you're Kobe Bryant and you're worth as much as you're worth. Mm-hmm. Like if my wife, like I obviously don't believe in murder. Mm-hmm. And I would equate murder and rape. Like I think that they're equally as
the thing is
bad.
What I say about the whole.
If I'm married to Oprah and Oprah murders somebody, I'm sticking by her. I am.
I mean, you're gonna have to.
I am.
It's Oprah.
I like what? I'm gonna go back to living the way I was living.
Your pride. The thing about
I'm gonna get a 3-bedroom in the Bronx. No,
that's still pretty good.
I got a villa.
I got a villa. What do you call it? When he was tried for that, it was many years ago. Like no one really took the whole allegations with sexual insults and rape and stuff to like a serious level. Like it was always a serious thing, but it was never as big as it was in 2017.
Yeah.
And 2018.
Yeah. Like with the Me Too movement and Time's Out. And
yeah,
and stuff
exactly.
Like that. Kobe, if he was accused of those things today, he's done.
He's done.
He's done for the rest of his life.
I think he would be half done. This is why I say half done, because one, the woman would be totally against him because of him being an alleged rapist.
Right.
But then the African American community would probably, those who weren't opposed and didn't believe the whole the rape allegations would be towards him, because they would think that, oh, this is probably another movement to put the black man down. Right. Same thing would happen in the OJ verdict, which is weird. We don't talk about the OJ verdict because that's still really fishy. Yeah. Yeah.
And to bring it back to something that happened more recently, Bill Cosby. Mm-hmm.
Which I was getting to. That's right.
With Bill Cosby, I think there was black women were very consistent throughout the whole thing. I think. Mm-hmm. They were like, no, rape is wrong. Obviously, rape is rape. You don't do that shit. I think black men were like definitely finding like loopholes. Yeah. For like, wait, but he wasn't. I know 50 women said that they did it, but like, are you gonna believe all 50 of them?
You're gonna believe all 50, and like, you have to understand that this was back in the day, and people take Quaaludes and drugs, and they calm them down.
And how do you feel about that argument?
I don't know. He was. They dismissed the charges.
Because I'm going to say, rape is always wrong. Yeah, but I can definitely understand that the conversation about rape is a new conversation. Yeah. And like, I've never raped anyone, but like, there's certain things that are rape culture that I know now that I didn't know when I was 15. Like, for instance, when you ask, let's say you're about to have sex with a girl, my first girlfriend, I'll use an example. And I'm like, hey, I want to have sex. And she's like, no, I'm not in the mood. And then you pester, you're like, oh, you sure? I did that.
That's rape.
Yeah. I used to do that. And I'm not going to lie.
But the thing is, we all used to do that.
That's my point. And when the conversation began, and I found out, like, yeah, you're obviously, and it makes sense when you talk about it. You're like, you're taking the choice away from them, which, yeah. Kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are.
But the thing is, you're young and horny.
Yeah.
Nothing matters.
And you're not seeing it that way. Like, when you're asking for sex, you're not saying, "Oh, I'm trying to take your choice away." I'm just like, I'm really trying to get you to reconsider. Because I'm trying to negotiate with you.
Yeah, trying to negotiate your pussy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, being 16, years old, and like you're trying to have sex with your girlfriend, and she's not in the mood.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to, and you're like, come on, pestering around, and then she's like, all right, whatever.
And see, that's something I don't do now.
That's like whatever.
Yeah.
That's something we can't do now.
Yeah, we can't, and now I know better.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Yeah, we learn through your years of being
and I also
rejected.
I personally never try to have sex with with drunk women. But
yeah.
I can understand someone being at a club and they're drinking and they're talking to a girl and they have sex, and to both of them it's normal. And then they wake up and like, oh shit, that's not a move that I wanted to make.
Yeah.
And she ends up feeling like disgusting about it. I get that. But to go back to the Bill Cosby thing, in the 80s and 90s when these conversations weren't really being had, and the internet wasn't there, so even if the conversations were being had, unless you were present during those conversations, you didn't know about them.
Yeah.
On the internet, even if you're not trying to talk about it, you know what's happening on the internet. Mm-hmm. It's all over Twitter.
It's all over. Internet's everywhere.
It's a trending topic.
Exactly.
Me Too was trending. You
can't get away with it. Yeah. That's the thing.
You can't get away from it.
Yeah. We live in a society which I love very much, that you can't get away with disgusting crimes like that anymore.
So my point is, obviously, Bill Cosby, what he did was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But is there merit to it? Is there merit to like, yo, I didn't think that was rape at the time?
I don't know. That's the thing. It's like, first of all, the man wasn't guilty of his crimes, even though there's 50 women who literally said, yeah, he took advantage of me. Yeah. Even though they took forever to say it, which started the Me Too thing, I think, pretty much. And then Harvey Weinstein.
I understand why it took forever, because but
a lot of people were pretty much like trying to like merit the whole thing of, well, he was a great man, he did so much for society. Yeah, he raped a bunch of women, allegedly raped a bunch of women, but he did so much for the community, and people were like really at like a crossroads on what to believe and what not to believe, and what sides to pick. It was like how Republicans and Democrats fight about their choices and what they think about one topic.
But I think both are true. I think Bill Cosby did heinous crimes towards women. I think that 50 women can't come out and say, yo, you did this. Yeah. And I'm supposed to believe that all 50 of them are lying?
That's a lot of women.
That's a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
It's very easy to believe.
Even if like 49 of them are lying, you still raped one person, and like we still have to have that conversation.
Like what Dave Chappelle said. Like, even if you raped half of them,
that's still 25
Yeah, it's still 25 rapes.
Yeah, that's like,
oh my God.
That's my point. So like, yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
And the other part is also true. He did a lot for the black community.
Mm-hmm.
They're both true, and I feel like one side tries to paint Bill Cosby as a person who never did anything good and is a devil, and he is a bad person for what he did. But he has also done good things.
Yeah.
So there's middle ground, and then that's to bring it back to your Republicans versus Democrats.
Yeah.
Republicans will tell you that all Democrats are snowflakes and crybabies, and Democrats will tell you that all Republicans are all right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the world we lived in. And they'll tell you like Kobe's a rapist, but some people will tell you Kobe's a 5-time champion.
Yeah, and that's the thing I wanted to get back to Kobe is like, they're both in the same situation in which they were dismissed of their charges and the court dates didn't proceed anymore. Like they weren't proven guilty at all.
Yeah. And I want to ask you, like, how do you feel about that?
The same thing that I feel about the whole OJ verdict is like he was proven innocent, even though there was a substantial amount of evidence proving that he did murder his wife, but still to this day he is an innocent man.
That's the thing.
And it's like, what is justice? And that's what we're trying to get to at the point of like our lives now, 2018, is like we're trying to figure out how to feel justice.
What is justice?
Yeah, what is justice?
I agree with you. 'Cause I think a lot of men hang on to he was found not guilty. He was found not guilty. But you know damn sure, because like I'm Latino, you're Latino.
Yeah.
And for myself, the jury's still out on whether, like, I'm Dominican, the jury's still out on whether I'm black or not.
Yeah.
But I know. Yeah, because it depends on who you ask, man.
Blackish.
Yeah, black adjacent.
Yeah, adjacent. Like it's like his like Steven's ajarred. He left the jar to be determined.
Like I can't, like, depending on who you ask, I can or can't say nigga. I'm gonna say nig. I'm gonna say half.
You can't even say half, dude.
Like, yo, my nig.
No. Yeah, that's the whole. I had this conversation with Daphne and a couple of people. It's like, I understand that white people aren't appropriated to say that because they used it in a heinous way. Heinous way to pretty much, dehumanize these people and make them feel worthless.
Yeah.
Then when it came to us, like, people say, oh, well, only black people can say nigga.
That's the thing.
But the thing is, being Hispanic, that's a confusing topic because being Hispanic, you're technically considered three things. And this makes life confusing. There's the big one, which is European Spaniards. Then there's the Taino, if you are from Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico. And then African,
right,
which is the slave trade that came through. And you can see it in our faces. Like, sure, I'm pale skin and whatnot, but you can tell in my nose, and you can tell in my lips, and you can tell in my ass.
I think we're gonna have to. I think that the new case is gonna have to be, we gotta carry around identification, and we gotta go to 23andMe.
23
and see, like, if you gotta be 25% African or more to be able to say nigga.
Actually, based on my mom's 23andMe, she's not black enough. Yeah, she's like, I think it was 14% Northern African.
Yeah, so she ain't black enough.
Yeah, she's not black enough. I mean, if you look at my mom,
Yeah,
she's like milk.
Your mom could definitely. She's white passing.
Yeah, you would be confused.
And I would say that you growing up were white passing. I don't think you are anymore.
No, I cut off my hair, all of it off.
Yeah, you definitely look.
And I have a Hispanic hue to me. Like, if I was Super Saiyan, my hue would be just Latino.
No, but my point is, I forgot where was I going with this.
That word. Something about.
I know where I was going. We now know that you can go to court and be tried for something and be found not guilty. We know this.
Yeah.
The black community knows this. They know that if you fit the bill, if you're tried for drugs and you look black enough, you might just get convicted.
Mm-hmm. That's how it is.
The justice system is corrupt.
It's definitely corrupt and it's wrong. People say, well,
it doesn't stop being corrupt when you become a millionaire. It becomes more corrupt when you become a millionaire.
Oh, it becomes terribly corrupt, and you most likely always win.
Yeah, so I think the argument that, Kobe didn't rape her because he wasn't found guilty is, like, you have to understand how that's like a slippery argument.
Very
because
slippery.
he's also worth hundreds of millions of dollars. You know,
and he was a very famous basketball,
the most famous basketball player at a point,
next to Kobe.
No,
I mean next to
Jordan. But Jordan was retired at the time, so it was for a while. Kobe was the face of the NBA, so it wasn't like Ron Baker got accused of rape.
Damn, we went to the lowest.
It was Kobe Bryant, you know.
It was Kobe Bryant. Yeah.
So it's different. Like he might have. That's my point. Is that he might have. And how do you feel about him being awarded an Oscar on such a night?
I don't know what he got awarded for. I don't think it was a short film.
A short film, yeah, an animated film.
A short animated film
about why he fell in love with basketball or something like that.
Well, I didn't watch it, so it didn't deserve an Oscar.
My point,
I didn't even see it.
From what I've heard, it was okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't personally watched it, but I heard it was okay.
If you heard that it was okay, does okay sound like Oscar worthy?
Yeah, but it's Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
Like
Kobe Bryant.
Taylor Swift drops a song where she says "Shake It Off" 55 times, and she might fuck around and win a Grammy for that. Because it's Taylor Swift.
She has won a Grammy.
Yeah, she has won many Grammys.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, how do I feel about that? Well, it's confusing. I respect him as a basketball player and what he did for the basketball community. But at the same time,
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I can't say that he didn't do it. I can't say he did do it.
Yeah. I was also very young. That's one thing too. But the thing about the whole trial with the rape, if someone is brave enough to accuse you of rape,
knowing the stigma that she's about to receive, knowing you're Kobe Bryant,
you most likely did it.
Because the whole world's gonna hate you.
And the thing is,
America loves its basketball.
And to this day, that people still believe that, he definitely did it. And everybody, even that the trial did see him as innocent, a lot of people are like, oh no, he did rape that girl. Of course he raped her. And a lot of people are saying that his wife went back to him because of the money.
Because the money. I mean, she absolutely did.
Yeah.
She absolutely did. And that's fine. That's fine. Like, if she doesn't feel any solidarity towards women, that's horrible. But she's allowed to make that decision as a person, as a human. She's allowed to say, yo, I live a certain lifestyle and I'm not willing to...
I live a certain lifestyle and I am not jeopardizing that.
Yeah, because that's like that. You're asking that person to take a huge blow.
Did he rape an underage girl?
I'm not sure. I actually, as you know, I'm a huge basketball fan now. But like I was with the marijuana, I don't like. I'm a late bloomer, but when I start, I start.
That's right.
So like that I've been watching basketball obsessively for like 2 years now.
Yeah, of course.
I was not aware of the whole, like, I don't know what happened, honestly. I'm not, and as you guys know from this podcast, we don't do research.
She's 19 years old.
She was 19 at the time?
Yeah, that wasn't rape. I mean, that was rape.
What the fuck? That was slimy of you, Josh.
What I mean is that, what was the word? Statutory?
It was in statutory, yeah.
Yeah. But it was rape. It's just she was definitely over the age.
She's 19. It's fine.
19 over, bend her over.
Get out of here. I'm glad the season's ended.
We're ending it with a bang.
Oh, man. But to get off this, and to get on this still.
I wouldn't get off this.
My point is, we don't know he didn't. We don't know he did. It's tricky. And if you feel that Kobe shouldn't have won it, you have a point. If you feel that he was found not guilty, and because of that it doesn't matter, you also have a point. No one knows except for Kobe and the person accused. And that's the weird part about society.
Yep.
To get out of Kobe and still into basketball, many of you know Josh and I, Earl Grey and I, have been proponents for mental health.
Yep.
We talk about depression anxiety,
stress, anxiety.
We talk about that a lot
sorry.
here on the Bronx Project Podcast. You fucking distracted me with that shit.
Dude,
that was a loud burp.
Dude, fucking Namaste White. Namaste White is giving me mad gas, dude.
Namaste Black.
Imagine they make a black ale.
Namaste Black.
Go ahead though.
DeMar DeRozan 2 weeks ago posted on his Twitter account something about his depression. Like this depression be getting the best of me.
Mm-hmm.
And for like it was a song lyric. I can't remember. I think it was a Kevin Gates song lyric. But you know, they asked him about it. As they will, they'll interview you about anything in the NBA.
Yeah, of course.
And he came forward. He said, "Yeah, it's something I've been dealing with for a while. As a basketball player, people kind of see us as superhumans. They don't think that we go through things. They don't think that we feel things as intensely as like the layman.
Mm-hmm.
But we do. And yeah, this is something I've been dealing with. And honestly, like that hit me because like that's something I've been dealing with. You know." And honestly, yeah, like I do kind of see basketball players as like superhuman.
Yeah, we see athletes as superhumans.
Yeah.
That's why they get paid so much, and that's why they do, because they sacrifice their bodies for the entertainment of other human beings.
Yeah.
So yeah, we see them as superheroes, but I do terribly understand that, and it sucks because we see it as their higher power, but they're just human. They're just like us. Yeah. Just with dunks and, you know, a lot more money.
And then afterwards, Kevin Love of the Cleveland Cavaliers came forward, and maybe a month ago, there was a scandal with the Cleveland Cavaliers where Kevin Love left in the middle of a game. I think they were playing the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they got blown out by 40 points. And Kevin Love left, and they're like, the whole team confronted him about it, and they're like, "Yo, why you left? Why you left?" And he's like, "Yo, I had to." Like, you guys, like, I don't think he explained it, but recently it came out that he had like a severe panic attack, and that's something he's been dealing with his whole life, and he didn't really know how to explain it because there's a stigma around it, especially for men. I know, like, a lot of people don't like when you paint men as the victim, because it's men, you know, like they've been in charge of everything forever.
Yeah.
But there is a very short leash with men when it comes to like depression or even sadness or even like showing emotion at all. That
is very true. Like, it's just because we are men.
Yeah, you're expected to be hard and firm and rigid
and just let things go
emotionally.
by.
Yeah, emotionless. Sorry.
Yeah, emotionless. Not particularly emotionless, but like, you shouldn't feel what other people feel. Yeah. And it's not true. Not true at all. Like, you know, you and I experience depression and stress, and especially how we grew up. It's a real thing. And the thing is, that goes by with all men. You know, some men experience emotions different than others, especially Kevin Love. He's gonna get that panic attack. That's that anxiety building up. And what do you do with that? You deal with that most people do. Sometimes you just need a break.
And I commend both of them. I think it's a conversation that needed to be had. And if you think about it, it's the perfect people to have the conversation, because men do not look up to anyone more than we look up to our sports heroes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if like you're a big Yankees fan, if Derek Jeter came out and he said, and he was like a supporter of the Me Too Time's Up movement.
Yeah,
that's not to say that you weren't beforehand, but Derek Jeter is speaking about it now. He got your ear.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
because that's a hero.
Yeah, that's exactly. There goes my hero. Watch him as he talks about how he gets sad.
Real life heroes, I call them.
Yeah.
Like, we always watch these superhero movies from Marvel, especially like Black Panther and you know.
And in the comic books, like
the Avengers, and we see
Iron
them
Man
as
dealt
these
with depression
guys,
and anxiety and alcoholism, which they kind of touched on, not really.
They didn't touch him, but he's always drinking here and there.
My point is, I think this is amazing. I think that this is gonna there's gonna be a lot of fathers who maybe beforehand, like their son told them, "Hey, I'm depressed," and they're like, "You're depressed. Shut up." Just like pick up a broom and a hammer and do something with both of them. I don't know what you're gonna do.
You go broom and a hammer. What the fuck are you gonna do with a broom and a hammer?
Build something and make it clean.
Build something and sweep it.
Build a floor and sweep the floor.
Sweep the floor to see if the sweeping works. It works, Dad. All right, good. Throw away the sweeper.
The broom.
The broom.
The sweeper.
I mean, but am I wrong?
It's what it does. It's what it does, Josh.
Am I wrong? I ain't wrong on that one.
And a couple weeks ago, I actually had a conversation with my mom, where like my mom knows that I deal with things, that I like.
Yeah.
She doesn't like when I use the word depression, though, for that same reason. Like Latinos are really weird about mental health.
Yes,
Latinos are work.
What do you mean depression? Just fucking work.
Yeah, we're workhorses. By definition, we're just like idle minds are the devil's plaything. Like you're like, oh, you're feeling sad, you're feeling bothered, just work through it.
Yeah.
Don't talk about how you're feeling ever. Just work, and then one day you'll die.
Yeah. Work, bottle it all up, and then you're dead.
Yeah.
And then you don't have to think about it.
And then I was talking to my mom about it, and I was like, yeah, it's depression. And she's like, I don't like listen. You're a man. Men don't talk that way.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, but they do.
Yeah.
Because like here I am. Like you just called me a man, and here I am talking about it.
Exactly.
And I think like I showed her DeMar DeRozan speaking about it. I showed her Kevin Love, and I think seeing men who are like successful still talking about it kind of opened her eyes a little, and that was nice. But I think it opened my eyes a little as well, because these are men who suffer through all these things but still found success, still found a way to be able to do what they love at a high level.
They just found a way to cope with what they had, and didn't let that bother with their success.
And I gotta tell you, because like depression to me a lot of times feels like a hindrance.
Yeah, it
feels like it's
when you're bending a stick and it's about to break.
Yeah. But them speaking about it, and me hearing them, people who DeMar DeRozan's like a multi-millionaire. Kevin Love is also a multi-millionaire and an NBA champion. Mm-hmm. Very accomplished person in this world, and they're still dealing with. Yeah, if you can deal with that and still reach depression. Such a level of accomplishment, I gotta respect that, and I gotta feel personally that I can also do it.
Yeah,
you know. So I'm so proud of them for speaking up on this, and I gotta believe that they listen to the BRONX Project podcast, because we've been talking about depression and how men should deal with their depression for 25 weeks now. 25 weeks. So we'd like to take credit for that shit, motherfuckers.
We also would like to be sponsored by both basketball players
and depression.
And depression. We're sponsored by depression. You feel down and out? Me too. We're going to take a little break, though, because I got to pee like a racehorse.
Me too, brother.
All right. Press that button.
And we're back from Urination Station.
Urination Station featuring urine.
Next stop, Flush City.
Actually, I realized I didn't clean my hands.
Cause Josh went to pee outside like a heathen.
Like a heathen. You were about to do the same shit.
Yeah, I was. I really was. And your grandfather was like, "No, my son.
No, my son. It is free now." It's alright. Whatever. I pee with no hands. What I do is that I put my pants down a little bit and I fold it. Oh. And I put my dick like where it's like standing up. And then that's it.
You ever pee with a hard on?
Yes.
Can you? Like that? Because I find it so hard to pee with a hard on.
If I'm like peeing at a tree.
I gotta like push it like
in a toilet?
No, like just your dick hard. I don't care where you are.
Oh, it's
just
terrible.
Your dick hard and you're trying to get urine out. Like, is that hard for you?
I'm at an obtuse angle.
Leaning on the wall.
And I'm leaning on the wall as an obtuse angle, and I'm like trying to like press it down. and like see if the projection is like perfect. It's like if you fail sharpshooting class, you're not gonna get that pee in. So women say that we have it hard.
Honestly, bro, I've taken to just, and I know a lot of men like act like it's emasculating. I've taken peeing sitting down.
I've done that too.
Yeah, no, but a lot of a lot of men use that as an insult. Like, have you not heard that before? Like, you the type of man probably pee sitting down. Like, like a woman. Like, no, not like a woman. Like, you don't have enough mental fortitude as a man to tell your woman that she gotta just deal with your urine on the seat. I'm guessing it's a line of logic behind that.
I lift my toilet seat up.
It's like, well, I'm considerate, and like it's my own toilet seat. Also, I would like to point out because I have a personal bathroom in my room.
Yeah.
So like, if I'm peeing on the seat, I'm fucking myself up.
Yeah, I gotta pee. I gotta wash that up later.
Yeah, I gotta wash that. Oh, I gotta sit on my own pee. Who wanna do that? Not me. Not I.
Not I.
And you know,
have you tried peeing sitting down but with a hard on?
That's hard because like
that's nearly impossible.
I gotta when I sit down,
you're sitting down, but you have your hard on, and then you gotta push it down because like it keeps on like hitting the toilet.
It's hard because like I sit down, right, and if I'm sitting down mad fast, my dick touches the water. My dick just like doop.
Like if it's down, yeah, of course, but like you have.
So that's my point. Like if it's hard, it's gonna hit the seat in a very aggressive manner.
Exactly. Well, you're just gonna go. And it's like,
and then like if not, it's like touching the bowl, and like I don't. It's like like a circular motion of piss.
Like, it's just peeing across the rim. Yeah. The rim is just all moist from your urine.
So it's
like complicated. Yeah.
I don't like to pee with a hard on sitting down. But if I'm peeing with a softie sitting down, you gotta like just kind of like lift it up a little, like so you know like.
And I'm pretty sure a lot of women are like, why would you get a hard on and then go pee? Well, let's talk about this. At the middle of the night, when you're waking up from sleeping on your stomach,
right?
All the blood rushes to your dick, and then you get what we call a hard on or morning wood. Even though it's the middle of the night, you still
Ed Hardy.
It's fucking hard as hell.
The Hardy Boys.
It's at hard as possible.
What was Ed Hardy's move? Where he?
I don't know, man.
The Swanton bomb.
That's exactly what you gotta do to the toilet seat. Anyways, it's that hard in the middle of the night, and then you gotta make your way to the toilet, and you're fucking sleeping, and then you're like so that's when you do the whole trick of making your body into an obtuse angle and then aiming down and then hoping that you pee in the toilet and not on the floor.
That, and also
or
like
the wall.
Do you ever find that like when you have to have sex, not when you have to have sex, when you're obligated to have sex, right? When you're having sex and you're like you're drunk or you just gotta pee, you will not come. Like I won't come.
Oh, if I have to pee, it's not coming out. It's like
so I gotta get rid of the pee first.
Yeah.
So that's another time that I might pee with a hardy. Cause like if I don't, then we gonna be fucking for like 4 hours, and that sounds great to you, I'm sure.
But terrible.
To me, like men are designed, honestly. Honestly, cause I think I'm really like I've talked to you before about my like withholding my own cum, but that's unnatural. Men are designed for like quick 15-minute fucks.
5 to 15 is fucks. It's perfect. We're built for that.
And I've had to like naturally select my nuts.
You have to naturally select your nuts only when I have to pee or like I'm just intoxicated. That shit just doesn't come out.
It won't come out.
Or like after the first time of nutting, we're gonna be here for a while.
Yeah. So
for an easy 2 hours.
That'll happen.
Yeah. Anyways, we're back from the bathroom, back from peeing,
and we're basically done.
Yeah, we've
sadly
done. Like we said, this is the
last episode of the
of
the quarter.
Yeah, last episode of our season, our first season as a podcast, as an official podcasting company.
Yeah, the BRONX Project LLC.
Yeah, LLC dot INC.
I would like to take a quick moment to thank everybody who's been listening. 25 episodes. I know we've gotten better at like slowing down the amount of time, but for a while there we were recording like 2-hour episodes.
Yeah, we've had 2.5 hour episodes.
And I think this one's gonna be a pretty long one too.
It's gonna be about an hour and some. Yeah.
I just want to thank you guys for riding with us. That's basically 30 hours of your day, of your winter, I guess, because we've been doing it like, the
we
winter.
started it in the beginning of the summer.
Yeah,
that's the truth. We started in the beginning of the summer. I think it was like in August, and then September was like our first official month.
Yeah.
So since pretty much September, October, November, December, January, February, we've been doing it for a few months now. Right. And at first we started, we didn't know what we were doing. We just knew that we had shit to talk about, and we recorded it.
We knew also that like we were gonna keep being nitpicky, or maybe just I was gonna keep being nitpicky until we like just released it and just worked on it on the fly. Because if we didn't release it, we were just never gonna release it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So we challenged ourselves to grow on the fly. And I'd like to think we got exponentially better at doing this as the episodes went on.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I just want to thank you guys for riding out with us, for laughing with us, for listening to my stories, Josh's stories. Oh, we got pretty deep.
Earl Grey stories.
Sorry, Earl Grey's.
That's why we taking a fucking break. You get that shit right.
We just business partners. No, we got pretty deep. We've talked about religion. We've talked about depression, as we talked about earlier this episode. We've made jokes about everything. Which
I feel like we've made fun of everything.
Some people have taken offense to some of the things we've said, and we want to thank you guys for seeing past that too. Because at the end of the day, we're not bad people. We make good jokes and bad jokes.
Exactly. At the end of the day, we're comedians. We do sacrifice our voice for your entertainment.
Yeah.
We're making jokes on the behalf of getting hate mail.
Yeah, we're making jokes. But at the end of the day, look, we know where we stand as people, and I don't think Josh and I have ever felt racist, homophobic, transphobic, any of those things. But we'll crack a joke. We'll crack a joke. And we want to thank you guys for cracking a joke.
I just want to thank you guys for all the downloads, all the listens that we accumulated since September. And that's how I pretty much calculate
the
mathematically
growth. Yeah, the growth that we've exhibited.
And it definitely shows. It definitely shows. We started off with our first few episodes just ass juice, like downloading nothing. No one's listening to it. And then to like hundreds and like we thought that it'll gradually get there, but we're glad to see that progression, and that makes us want to do this more and more, which is why we didn't call it quits. That's why we're calling it season 1 finale.
And we talked about this when the podcast started, that eventually we would want to take a break to refuel, but also to rebrand.
Yes,
we plan on coming back. As you guys know, we recently said June. And we do plan on coming back, but we're coming bigger and better.
Bigger and better.
We're coming like we took vitamin C pills, and we've been drinking pineapple juice.
I'm coming.
Our cum's gonna be thicker and
I'm coming
denser.
Like a 15-year-old virgin. That you touched me.
I feel like I kind of
touched me right on the leg, and I'm about to.
You see, to me that there's a disconnect there, because like I lost my virginity at 15. And I think I've mentioned it on this podcast before. I did not enjoy sex at all when I was 15.
Well, when I was 16, and if a girl rubbed me on the leg, that's it. Explosion. Was just on the verge of exploding at the moment.
And I want to thank you guys for exploding with us.
Yeah. Thank you guys for exploding with us. Thank you guys for everything pretty much. I did sacrifice a lot of my time on this, and I never complained a single day of my life editing writing, all those things. I love doing this. This is one thing I do love.
It's a lot of fun.
And I do get into arguments with Daphne a bunch of times with the topics I talk about, but she understands that it is based on comedy. We are comedians. We are speakers. And we have, what's the word called? I don't have high expectations for myself, but my comedy, I feel like should be up there, and
I have high expectations of this podcast.
Yeah,
I would say. Yes. I would say that I wholeheartedly believe that we're gonna do big things with this podcast, and especially with supporters. I won't say fans, because fans, I always feel weird calling someone a fan.
It's so weird.
Like you fucking watch my posts and shit.
It's weird to call someone else a fan when you're such a fan of some other person's work.
Just people who listen to us, people who get on the train or they're in the car and they're bored.
And you mistakenly subscribe to us on iTunes.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for mistakenly subscribing.
We're gonna say definitely review.
Yeah.
Definitely fucking review. We got 12 of you motherfuckers, which is bananas. Like 12 is such a low number.
It's still pretty good.
It
should be better.
It should be better. Like, cause I see the views. Cause I see the views, guys. So I know.
Stop it. You're getting so loud.
So I know for a fact that you motherfuckers aren't out here reviewing the way you should be.
They shouldn't be. But the thing is, you would think that after the 10th episode of us asking them, hey, review, comment, subscribe, they would. They're 25 episodes in, and nah.
They're subscribing. They're not commenting or reviewing though. It's just, I get it. It's like I'm already giving you my time.
For us to like tell you to do.
No, I'm gonna do it every single time.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the listeners. Like, you think we're like pushing them to that boundary?
I am.
You're like,
I am.
No, I'm shy now.
I am.
You can't be shy.
And to the motherfucker who listened to us say, I don't know who you are, but who listened to us say, rate us 5 stars, and if you won't rate us 5 stars, don't rate us at all.
You know what?
The motherfucker who heard us say that and still rated us 4 stars. Suck a dick.
That is right. You know, we got all 5-star rating, and
except for one. We have one 4-star
rating. Who the fuck was that?
Bro, we trying to make it big. We not out here with the mediocres.
4 stars ain't gonna put us in the MLB.
It's not gonna cut it.
It ain't gonna put us in the All-Star game.
Oh man, I'm trying to win an Oscar.
I'm trying to win an Oscar too.
I'm trying to win a Grammy off of this shit.
4 stars.
Do you think that someone could win a Grammy off a podcast?
I think you're just not invited to the show.
I won't show up.
I mean, I wasn't gonna show up either because the cab fare is too expensive.
I want it. I want the gold.
I'm gonna be waking up in the morning and then looking at my mail, like, oh shit, I want an Oscar. Or a Grammy.
For you guys, I should be back on social media by the time the podcast comes back up, because the break obviously is only until like I get my head straight, until I get a better grasp of social media. So feel free to converse with me, but please follow the BX Project on Twitter.
And
on Instagram.
Yeah, we do reply to DMs, emails,
slide into my DMs,
slide into our DMs.
Don't slide into my s.miras DMs, please.
Yeah,
I'm spoken for.
Yeah. Slide into the Bronx Project's DMs. We are willing to communicate with everybody who's willing to communicate with us.
We by the time we're back, we'll have new artwork, but we are still looking for an artist. If you know somebody who knows somebody, or if you are somebody, which, like, if you're listening to this, are you? Jokes.
Who are you?
Jokes.
What am I?
Feel free to submit. Feel free to ask us. We are paying again. We'll be back very shortly, and thank you.
Thank you very much. This is the Bronx Project Podcast.
I'm your host, Miras.
I'm your host, Earl Grey.
And we'll be back again one day.
See ya.